All right, loves, hello again. This is RJ Crashing Down Conjures, here with another reading. Today I felt very drawn to do one about love. I'm not quite sure yet what kind of love reading this will be, but I also had a very strong draw to selenite, so somebody may need to do some cleansing and some meditation with selenite. Looks like we have the Three of Pentacles here. Any additional energy for the collective about love? Any additional energy for the collective about love? The Sun. Okay. Let's save this bad boy for last. That is a huge deck, but man, did I feel a strong pull to that today. So, what have we got? What is the message or messages about love for the collective today? Message or messages about love for the collective. Okay. All right, so we have 7, patience, 1, control, and 11, daydream. Okay. Message or messages about love for the collective. Message or messages about love for the collective. Flirt and codependency. All right, I'll come back to you. Myself some room here. Yeah, there is something in the air today. I felt drawn to use a sugar-scented incense. And despite the name, it's not as sweet as I thought it would be. Puts me in mind of cigars or cigarettes. So somebody, somebody is connected to a person who smokes. There's an important figure in your love life who may have that scent of smoke around them. They may smoke. Have an appreciation for, look at that, addiction. And addiction is affecting this relationship and stability. Okay, come back to you. So this person has an addiction. Look inside yourself and manifesting miracles. Okay. All right, this deck is friggin' enormous, so bear with me while I see what card or cards come out for you. Right. Messages for collective. All right. Huh. All right. I'm so embarrassed by my behavior. I want to take it slow, babe. I love everything about you. That is actually very sweet. Okay. Get these put away, set aside. All right. So we have the Three of Pentacles and the Sun. Three of Pentacles as an energy generally can refer to, just having a good time with a group. You have a trio here. There are 3 friends who are creating something together. And then you have the Sun. And I notice on the Three of Pentacles and the Sun card, you can see sunflowers both of them here. And then there's a little heart in the actual sun in the background there. You can see that. So I have the feeling that sunflowers are actually really, really important as a sign for you. You may want to keep an eye out for any additional signs that have to do with the sun, with shedding light on the matter, or with sunflowers in general, however those have a spiritual meaning to you. So what I see here is that you may have been building something with a group of friends. This doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship energy with a what's the word I'm looking for? A partner. This doesn't necessarily mean, you know, you had a partner that this is about. This could be family, this could be work, but it looks like whatever it is, there was an addiction that had something to do with making this person want to take a step back. That may be part of why they want to take it slow. They actually really like you and they may flirt with you, but there is some codependency here. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Addiction is affecting this relationship. So it could be even a third party energy stepped in there and sort of put the kibosh on whatever was being built together. But it looks like there's real potential for happiness here. If you can shed some light on whatever happened, just get it out in the open. You know, you're being advised with the flirt card to extend your lighthearted energy to others, but I think that's more telling you to not take whatever it is so seriously. And whatever it was, it might have been video games, it might have been food, it might have been literal drugs. Whatever the addiction is, there's still love. There's still love. You are being advised to have some patience and control. So, you know, there could be a measure of addiction on your end as well. What this addiction could be is you holding on to this person or the idea of what could be rather than seeing what is actually there. Trying to move too fast, trying to make too much too quickly. You know, take it easy. Don't be codependent. Just have some fun with it. Flirt. You know, daydreaming is fine, but if, you know, it's all you're doing, you're just being up in your head, you're not actually controlling yourself and you're not having patience. So, you know, if you can be a little more relaxed, and not let whatever this addiction is rule the relationship, I think that you have a great deal of love to give to each other that doesn't need to have this codependency. You know, there can be stability that makes it last, where you can build things together as a group, you know, or as a partnership. One thing here that, you know, I think is really important is we have the look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way card. So, you know, if this is about addiction, then whatever it is, it's really time to examine, you know, what needs to happen, if anything. Are you making a mountain out of a molehill, or is it something that is genuinely, you know, causing problems between you and the other person? I'll give you an example. When me and my husband first got together, we both traveled a lot for work, and there was a period of time where every spare moment he was on the computer playing League of Legends. And he's not proud of this. We've talked about it a number of times, but you know, sometimes when he was on the road, he would end up playing the game instead of spending time with friends who opened their doors to him so that he had a place to stay without having to pay for a hotel on top of everything else. And, you know, instead of spending time with them and reaffirming the friendship and, you know, building something together, he spent a lot of time on the computer playing a game and basically losing sight of building that relationship. So, you know, after we talked about it, he eventually decided to give up the game. Not gaming entirely, we still together, you know, do things for fun on the computer, but, you know, he let go of this specific addiction that was eating up all of his time and taking away from building something beautiful with other people. So if this is something that you need to address, then look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. And on the other hand, if it's not actually hurting anybody, if it's not really doing anything, but you're focused on it to the point where it feels like it's undermining what you're building together, then you need to let it go. You have manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So I think that dovetails really nicely with look inside yourself. Decide what's really important to you. And, you know, again, it's okay to daydream. It's okay to build things in your head and have an idea. But don't get so caught up in what that idea is that you don't see the reality of what's in front of you. Have some patience. Control whatever it is, if it's the addiction or if it's the knee-jerk reaction to how you feel when you see that addiction playing out in the other person. Just know they love you. They really do. They have love for you. But you need to take it easy. You really, really need to take it easy. Just relax a little bit. Let things flow. Have some fun. You know, let go of that controlling behavior. And maybe that daydreaming is something that you need to do. Build up a little bit more within what you want to see out of this relationship. Even if it's just a friendship, if it's a platonic thing, you can still have love for a person that has nothing to do with, you know, pants feelings. You can maybe see the situation in a family member, your brother, your sister, your parents, whatever. You can still have love and want to build family with them, but be upset about this addiction energy. But again, you know, addiction is kind of a strange beast, and so is codependency. I mean, that can be a really rough energy to be stuck in when you feel like you can't possibly create, you can't possibly survive, you can't possibly do whatever it is you're aiming to do, build whatever it is you're aiming to build with this person, because you have this feeling of, you know, I can't do it without them. How will I ever, you know? Well, maybe it's time to start daydreaming a little bit, look more within about how to make your dreams reality. And it's okay if, you know, you're the one who's got that embarrassed energy, or if they do. If they maybe were avoiding you a little bit, just have some fun, you know? Play around. Just stop holding on to the need to be righteous and right. And just let things be a little bit. You know, maybe it's time to take a little time out in the sun, take a little walk. You know, maybe when you go out on a walk somewhere you've never been before, you'll find some sunflowers. Get a little fresh air, get a little space, take the opportunity to look within without being stuck in that energy of not being able to see beyond whatever the addiction is. There's no rush, okay? There's no rush at all. So whatever's happening here, it is manifesting. The dream is manifesting. Whatever it is you're dreaming about, it's coming about. But really just relax. Let go of the need to control so much, and just have some fun in the sun. Enjoy, live your life openly, freely, with so much, love and passion and excitement for what the day could bring. And I think that will really help you release the codependency if you can see more than just this togetherness energy. If you can find something to be passionate about aside from this, maybe you need to start a new hobby. Maybe you need to, create some art, write something, write your feelings down, just barf it all out on a piece of paper, and then burn it. Let it go into the wind. Just let it go and have some fun. Maybe meet some new people, have some new friends, brought into your life through go to a convention, go to take some dance lessons, go to take a pottery class or something. Actually, one of the things that I did a while back was one of those classes where you take an afternoon and you get to paint. You learn how to paint some kind of picture, and they give you your choice of drinks, wine or whatever, while you're doing it. And it's a great activity to meet some new people and to learn a new skill, and maybe it will get you out of this controlling energy, this addiction, this need to it feels like a need to force an outcome. So if you can take a look, turn this daydreaming, instead of controlling the outcome or trying to force an outcome, use that energy to consider some new avenues to expend this creative energy that you have and make something new, and meet some new friends, and do something outside of what you normally do. Get out of your habits and routines to create something that will basically bring you a great deal more enlightenment and happiness and feeling more comfortable with yourself, as well as build new friendships. If you've been spending a lot of time behind the computer screen, a lot of time at your desk at work, focused on working, and then you come home and you have your routine where, you sit down, you have dinner, maybe you turn on the TV and, watch some Netflix or whatever, and then you go to bed, and then you get up and you go to work, and you just focus on the screen. You're not really interacting very much with anything outside of, words or numbers on a screen. Or even if you have this same cycle of, like, you're in customer service and you're picking up calls, and it's the same kind of complaints time after time after time. Whatever it is, I think getting out of that routine and indulging your creative side a bit more, I think that will help a tremendous deal. Do something creative, but especially look into doing something that gets you out of being alone. Find more friends, find more people to just play around with and have some fun with. Maybe, find a group that likes to go hiking and go explore a new, a new area by where you live, something you can do together as a group. But whatever it is, I really think it would benefit you to, either way, whether the addiction is yours or theirs, indulge that creativeness and do something new that gets you out of whatever the routines are right now. And I think once you do that and you really genuinely look within, I think it'll give you a brand new perspective that makes it a lot easier for you to find that happiness. All right, that's what I have for you, my sweet peas. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope this helped. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought, and let me know if this was helpful.